Shireen has decided to test wearing the face veil on the streets of Cardiff. Here it should be a more familiar sight, especially because the largest number of Muslims in Wales have settled here.
I've had my first ninja comment. Good job, Cardiff people. So far, the world has not disappointed me yet. I just got a dirty look from the man in the blue shirt. Oops, sorry. Assalamualaikum. Oh, I like this one. I assume Al-Madinah means it's from Saudi. Yeah, it's from Medina. Prophet's, where the Prophet's mosque is. And when I was in Medina, I actually went to the date market in Medina. It's just like Cardiff market, but it's all dates. Like the whole market is filled with dates. Yeah. So, excellent choice from Medina. I approve.
Thank you very much. We sell a lot of them, especially this time of year for Ramadan.
Ramadan, yeah. Thank you
very much.
I got a really rude comment, just so you know, saying that they were going to shoot me, but never mind. Or you won't believe what happened to me. Someone just effing threatened to shoot me. In niqab, because I'm in niqab today. I'm just really shocked by what happened in the market. I mean, I don't want to say I've got a victim mentality, because I don't have a victim mentality, but you feel really scared. My heart was thumping after walking past those guys. I think it's very unlikely that people would come and sit next to me, especially, you know, in niqab and in my all-black gear. You don't know whether people, I find it intimidating, or maybe people think I'm a threat to their personal safety, or they're angry at you for who you are. I think you'll never know.
As normal, Shireen needs to attend lunchtime prayers.
Allahu Akbar.
She's alone and in a separate room from the men, so there is no need for her to wear the veil.
Allahu Akbar.
God, I look scary, don't I?
Shireen finally sees her reflection for the first time.
I think the impact of all black is just something else. I don't recognize myself. Gosh. The problem is that a lot of people in the West, or a lot of people in the world, they've become so secular that they think people who have faith are stupid or ridiculous for believing that God exists, that a higher power exists. I think, and the fact that not only do we believe that, now are we stupid enough to believe that God exists, and we even wear religion on our sleeves. Maybe that, I think that threatens people in the West, where religion is now has taken a back seat. Do you think I look pretty in this? Does it scare you, Omar? Do I look like a ninja? Look.
Maybe we should get one.
No, but that was quite scary, you know.
What was?
The shooting comment. 4 blokes, not just one, you know,
Yeah.
and the rest laughed along. Am I thinking?
If you'd been any other kind of woman, the wolf whistled. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's done.
So, what's the conclusion you came to after this experience of having
curious stares, nasty stares, puzzled looks, comments about ninjas, you know, leading up to then a death threat.
I will not live in this country and wear a niqab. Not in an environment where I'm scared, where I worry about being abused, where I feel that my personal safety is at risk because of a piece of cloth. Moving on to happier talk. It's going to be the end of Ramadan soon.
Ramadan is the holiest month in the Islamic calendar, and it's Omar's 17th as a Muslim. Surprisingly, his decision to leave Christianity grew out of his own Islamophobia.
We didn't have tons of Muslims in school, and much to my shame, I used to say that you've got a sexist religion and you're all terrorists. I was seeing things happening in the world, and I was an angry teenager, and it's like, why are you people behaving like this? And then one day one of them had enough courage to give me a leaflet and said, have a read of this.
Which he did, and went inside a mosque for the first time.
The main hall was packed with people. I stood at like a proper sore thumb, and I had all these ideas in my head that people can be very ferocious, very unfriendly. I had nothing but bad concepts about Muslims. So that's why it had a big impact on me, because the reality was so different from the kind of official line.
Muslims believe that Jesus is not the Son of God, but a prophet.
What I was wrestling with is, if I leave Christianity, am I turning my back on God? I don't want to change religion like changing a pair of socks.
Omar found that his conversion put a strain on some of his close relationships.
I think there's a little bit of concern that it was, you haven't been captured by a cult or something. And my dad was just, don't come home dressing any funny, little white hats on your head or something like that, because I think a bit concerned about what the neighbours would think.
So well, if they talk about it, they're not going to talk about it for a week or so. They're not going to talk about it for years and years. It's not that exciting, you know. But it turns out when I was chatting to some of my neighbours and they mentioned it, they thought he was Jewish, because it's a similar little hat to what the skull caps, what the Jewish wear.
It could have been worse. I know a lot of people whose parents and families have had, a real struggle with it. They see what's happening in the world and they worry, could my son or my daughter get involved in something like that?
Some British people are probably frightened that perhaps the Muslim religion is going to take over, and they're worried that everybody will have to do what Muslims do or something.
Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah.
The way converts are viewed now is not the way they were viewed when I became Muslim. It's a different world, isn't it? If you're someone who's used to everybody liking you, and they think, oh yeah, that guy or that woman is a very nice person, all of a sudden nothing really changes, but you've become a Muslim. Suddenly you're part of a group of people that nobody likes.
What others might have thought didn't deter Kate Jones from converting, nor her husband, Stuart. On the contrary, Kate became a Muslim after the September 11 attacks.
I wanted to find out more because obviously it was all over the news all the time. I mean, you can't really believe that 1.2 billion people follow a faith that promotes suicide bombing and the killing of innocent people.
Not having had any religious upbringing, her parents were surprised at her decision.
They just thought it was something strange and something foreign. I think they're coming around to it more, but I don't think they'll ever truly be happy with what I've chosen. And that's the way it is. I have to learn to accept that, and they have to learn to accept what I've chosen to be, so... Violins.
By the time Stuart converted, his parents had already been through the process.
Would you have become a Muslim had your brother not been a Muslim?
He never in any way forced me to become Muslim. He just kind of pointed me in the right direction. You got to make the decision for yourself,
I don't think Stuart would have become Muslim if Owen hadn't. Stuart would like me to change.
To convert?
Yes, yeah, he would. He's the one who often says, the other two don't to me.
Why? Because he's worried about you. What would happen?
He's worried about the afterlife, that I'll go down and he'll, and well, where he'll go up, I'm not going to have to